Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that? I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to start this podcast by just playing Pring Prong.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope it gets taken down.
Oh yeah. Fucking UMG. Max, are you part of UMG?
I literally played the drum roll. You said that, and I paused it. I'm like, all right, we're done.
Welcome back to the Oi Podcast.
Welcome to Oi Podcast. Hopefully, my audio recorder doesn't die in the next 40 minutes. I got plenty of memory space, but it might die, and if it dies, I'll be upset. But we should be able to get through the podcast.
Yeah, we should. We'll just talk fast.
Yeah, we condense a 45-minute podcast.
All right, Max, how many Scrabbles do you have?
None, because my EP. It's not really even an EP, but it's not on. It's not on Last FM. It's only
Cool,
on
it's like you
Spotify,
need
Apple
money or
Music,
something.
iTunes,
Yeah.
TikTok, Google Play /YouTube, Amazon,
You said
Pandora.
TikTok?
It is on Pandora.
It's on
Okay,
shit.
I'm gonna-
It's on
I'm gonna-
Pandora.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna open up 100 tabs.
It's on Deezer. It's on Tidal. It's on Napster. It's on iHeartRadio. It's on Carlo
that-
Musica. It's on Seven. It's on Agami, and it's
Seven.
on KKBox.
Wait.
KK Slider
Yeah,
Dude,
from
real shit?
Animal Crossing.
Yep.
Animal Crossing.
from Animal
NL?
Crossing.
New beef. Yes.
Yeet.
New.
I'll be at work listening to all of your stuff on my work laptop. My boss would be like, excuse me, can you like not stream all that music? And I'd be like, I'm giving a friend some Scrabbles. And I'd be like, carry on.
I'm scrabbling the shit out of my boy Max.
Bro, I'm
Scrabble.
Scrabbling.
I'm-
my boy,
I'm giving him a
Relax.
fat Scrabble right now. NGL.
Scrab,
Alright,
scrab.
we
Bro,
haven't-
this girl scrabbled me so fucking hard last night.
We don't need to. We don't really.
Point
need
to
to
me
talk
on the
about
doll
this.
where the man scrabbled you.
I'm sorry, I can't scrabble within 1,000 feet of a preschool.
All right, let me just quickly explain what the hell's going on.
We're
I
moving
released-
to Last.fm. The Oi Podcast will no longer be on any other platform.
I actually I think the podcast might be on Last FM.
iHeartRadio.
It might be.
Let
Anyway,
me check.
Yeah,
I released 5 songs under the EP title of The Lost Slurpee because I think the night that we recorded the last podcast, across the room from me was a lone Slurpee cup that was empty, and it was so artful, and I took a picture of it.
It was
and-
before the last one.
So second
Yeah.
to last one, then
It was.
I thought it was
while ago,
a couple
I
before.
thought
Yeah.
this was like October.
it was October, but it's been a while since the last one, and I just posted it. Whoopsie.
I have no frame of reference.
Yeah. So a few podcasts ago, right? Like it was across from me the whole time, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So I took a picture of it and I used it as an album cover. Basically, released 5 songs. It's not a serious musical debut. It's just kind of fun projects that I did. So go look it up on Spotify, or it's on my YouTube channel, or buy it on iTunes. But you don't have to because I don't need your $2.50.
Hey Max,
Don't need it.
can I?
So-
Can
Alright,
I,
well,
I need
can
it.
I use Can I use Pring Prong as like my intro or outro music for my channel?
Yeah. I mean, technically it's a cover, so I don't.
Yeah.
But
Can
go
I,
for
or
it. Go
can
for
I-
it. Go for it. Go for it. I don't
Okay.
care.
Can I or can I not pay for the song using a Subway gift card?
I'll take it. I'll take your Subway gift card because
I'll
I will.
take it and I'll give you a flash drive with the
No,
song.
you can use those. You could go online and like trade them in for PayPal credit.
Yeah, you can
No, dude.
actually-
I'll
you
go
can
to
actually-
Subway across the street and get some sandwiches.
No, you can buy
Get some fucking jalapeno stems.
you can buy video game keys with Subway gift cards.
Dude, I'm gonna take your Subway gift cards, redeem them for PayPal cash, and then go to Subway and pay with my PayPal account.
No. You get the PayPal credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, Max. Now that you're
but
done
that's
plugging your SoundCloud, I'm just
It's not on SoundCloud. It's on Bandcamp though.
It's even worse.
Oh, dude, now I can download it for free.
Yeah, it's for free on Bandcamp.
Oh shit, guys! I just opened up Minecraft 1.15.2. Went to join the server. It has a message saying online play is not rated. During
yeah,
online
that's a
play, you
new
may
thing.
be exposed to chat messages or other types of user-generated content that has not been rated and may not be suitable for all ages.
So basically, don't join 2B2T because you will see the N word in the chat. We never said our names. We said it was the Oi podcast, but we never said our names. I'm Max.
You know I'm Donnie.
I'm Lucas.
I'm the short one.
His name is Andy.
You see, the joke was he is short.
Yeah.
Call a paramedic.
I don't know where you are.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just in general, I get lonely. I
funny.
want to talk to someone.
you guys ever flirt with 911 operators, or is it just me?
Call them and you're like, dude, I'm about to kill myself. And they're like,
Are
oh,
you-
dude.
Wait, are you? No, I'm just kidding. Haha. So what are you doing after this?
Yeah. Hey, want to go catch a drink?
No, don't hang up.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing plaid pajama pants
Bro.
and a sweatshirt with no t-shirt underneath it.
Yeah, I bet you're getting real sweaty.
Well, wait, you guys have heard the thing where it's like, if there's people in your house, you call and order pizza, you know?
If there's people
And
in
you
your
call them, you're
house-
like,
What?
hey.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
have you
know
not heard that, Donnie?
What?
So if
Yeah.
there's people like in your house, like people that like want to kill you or whatever.
Oh, that should
call
be
the
there.
cops?
Okay.
Yeah, you call
I
the cops.
just meant you had friends over and you ordered pizza. I was like, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
no.
But yeah, no, like yeah, you call the cops and you're like, yeah, I want to order a pizza, and they'd be like, oh, you know, you could say like you could be like, yeah, can I get a pepperoni? And they'll be like, what size? You could be like, oh, or they'll be like, how many people are there? You could be like, 5-inch. You know, something like that, and you could be like, oh, how long will it take to get here? And then
Yeah, they'll
say
be covert
whatever.
I was
about it.
assuming it was gonna be like you order a pizza and then like when the robber opens the door, the pizza guy who obviously knows you is like, hey man, that's not the guy who lives here. You're under citizen's arrest. I legally can't do anything to harm you, but however, you are under citizen's arrest right now. And you will wait for me to call the cops.
I thought you meant like literally you're gonna order pizza when there's people in your house, and I was like,
Yeah.
what's the pizza guy gonna do?
Yep.
Also, pro tip for life: if there's someone and you want to be quiet about calling 911, they'll
Fart into the
just
phone.
hit the keypad, and then they'll know that you're there, and then they'll tell you to like beep like X amount of times for X amount of for this answer
Right.
Well,
Twice
see,
for
one-
no,
press 3.
once for
Well,
yes.
see, Max, the reason I like the pizza one is because then if you're hitting on the operator, they can be like, what would you like? I could be like, a big sausage pizza. And they'll be like, how many people there? And they'll be like, 8 hard inches. You know?
Yeah.
Why are you like this?
One person in my bedroom.
I'd like a Domino's one-topping pizza topped with 71 Domino's one-topping pizzas.
Well, you can put in the special requests on Domino's website, and I've seen a few things where people say like the front door's unopened, just go up the stairs. It's the first door on the right. I'm hungover in bed, and like the pizza guy will just come in and give you your pizza.
What about the one where it was like instead of like subbing in like banana peppers for green peppers or some shit like that, the guy like put this long explanation like I would actually like green peppers instead of banana peppers. However, I felt too bad about doing the substitution, and usually everyone just lets me do it and blah blah blah. And I really prefer to call them pepperoncinis instead of banana peppers, you know. But that's just a personal. Either way, if you could do that, like shut the fuck up, just say what you want subbed.
God.
Or you put extra cheese on your pizza, so that ends up just becoming a deep dish pizza because there's so much cheese. That's what you can do. There's a post going around on Instagram that is exactly that, and the caption for it is, "This picture gave me lactose or tolerant," which is
Yeah, dude, our Chicago fan base is gonna fucking kill us for saying that.
Oh, man, I love it when 0 people kill us.
Which is a shame because that's our entire fan base.
Hey,
Honestly.
dude, we had
this is
deep
financial
dish
suicide right
pizza
We're
is
gaining
fucking
traction.
chease soup with bread bowl.
I've never
Donnie.
had it.
now.
Donnie,
It's good.
Donnie, if you mean gaining traction by both my mom and my dad listen, sure.
Your parents didn't tell you that they're moving to Chicago?
Oh, shit.
Right now,
Yeah,
They're on their way.
I'm going with them.
deep dish is
Okay.
good. It just is more like a pie than a pizza. It's a meat and cheese pie.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Matt. I think it was. I don't remember Max. It was like I think it was a David Dobrik video or something like that.
Okay.
And they were talking about pizza, and they were like, "Yeah, we gotta try to get." They're like, "There's this one shop near us that makes the good pizza, like the stuff you get on the East Coast." And I'm like, "Yeah." That's right. Fucking East Coast pizza's the good shit. Don't give me none of that Chicago crap. Mm-mm.
Here's the thing. Normal pizza is pizza. When people say like, "Oh, but it's not as good as the pizza that you get in New York City," it's like, no, you could go to a shitty place in New York City and get absolutely garbage pizza.
Don't you dare talk shit about dollar pizza.
What you're saying is, I like this one specific pizza place more than this pizza, which is understandable. But do not say, "Oh, the pizza in New York City is better than the pizza anywhere else."
Joe's Pizza in New York City is probably like the best slice I've ever had in my life. Like
but if you go to Jacob's Pizza in New York City, it might be really bad.
Yeah, some guy named Jacob fucking pees on a cup and gives it to you.
All right, hold on. Let me check what Davey says about pizza.
Davey 504.
No, but
let's talk about Davey 504.
I swear to God, Max,
Max, we don't have enough time for that.
Holy shit!
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, I know.
Tune in next week. I'm gonna make a supplemental Oi podcast, which is just me sitting in a room for 4 hours complaining about Davey 504.
Max,
17-part series, 3 hours each.
Scratch that.
Okay.
You ever heard of the vagina monologues?
Elaborate.
It's a thing that's like women do every year. It's like a big feminist like charity thing. It's cool, apparently. I think instead what you do is the Davey monologues.
Okay.
And it's just
every time he makes a new video, I make a response video with my tits out and I say this is bad. Like Reply Girls back in 08.
It's not supposed to be sexualizing women.
Hey Max, at some point this summer or spring, can we go to some of the Davey restaurants?
Some of the Davey restaurants?
Yeah, the places Davey's personally been to and reviewed.
In Boston?
Yeah, you can check on the One Bite app that I have downloaded.
Who's Davey?
Why? You don't even like Barstool, Andy.
I know.
Can we talk about that? Noah and I were talking about that for a minute. What the fuck is Barstool?
Yeah, because you get hired as a blogger to then be like a shit show personality person. I was reading, Lucas, some of the bloggers' names.
Yeah, please bring that up again.
Make shit.
There's guys like Marty Mush, bloggers. Big Cat El Presidente, everyone knows.
Someone White Sox, I remember.
Oh yeah, there's White Sox Dave, Young Mantis, Young Page Views. Let's see, Rear Admiral, Marty Mush. Then there's the Hard Factor guys. Hard Factor, Mark, Pat, Wes, and Will.
What are they? Okay, we're done with this. What do they do?
That's what we're trying to figure out is the thing. It's just a marketing Barstool in general. I understand people uploading their other stuff, but literally just saying I'm a blogger and influencer, but I just do frat shit.
Yeah. Blackjack Fletcher.
That was one of the other
$20 chef.
That was the other good one.
I don't understand Barstool.
I don't either.
I think it's a weird conglomerate of a bunch of idiots.
Well,
Anything I've ever seen from Barstool, I don't like. And then there's also like all those accounts that are like
college ones.
The Barstool like for every specific college, and it's literally just people doing dumb shit.
And then there's Barstool Smoke Shows, which is just like Playboy or like Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition Part 2.
It's just 20 to 40-year-old men being horny and doing dumb shit, but they're 20 to 40 years old, so there's no justification anymore.
This started because there was a video that came out 2 days ago where one of the bloggers, Young Mantis, had Lisa Ann come in and clean his desk, and it was like a 25-minute video.
So, the only joke is the fact that, look, it's a porn star. They do pornograph. It's funny. She has bobs in her ass, and my peen gets hard sometime, and also I throw fucking rocks at my friends, and then I make $7 trillion. It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't worry, I'm not upset or anything.
A quick thing too. Speaking of weird names and stuff, I went to my local Moe's in the new town I live in Connecticut. No, I don't live in Newtown, Connecticut. That was a bad joke. Either way, I went to the Moe's, and there was a guy there. He had an accent, so I assumed he's not from this country. He was African American, I assume. His name on his name tag just says Black.
That's why I was there. Okay.
And I was just like, like I wish I was making it up.
That's
You think
stupid.
he chose that?
I'm like,
Make that up.
what the fuck?
That is hilarious.
Like, is that his real name, or is that just like
No
his
way.
last name or a nickname? Like, cause he had dark skin. I was so confused. Cause like, was the parents not expecting a child, and they were just like, "What the fuck are we gonna
Let's
do?
just-
We're
let's
gonna
just
name
fucking
that
call
our
him Black."
Defining characteristic."
That's so weird.
Yeah, like Lucas was named because he had the engorged Lucas gland.
Yeah, my Lucas Brown for my two biggest fights. My
You're not brown,
my
you're
Lucas
white.
and my Brown. Anytime you say I'm Mexican, I know you didn't. I know you did. At some point later, and I know you didn't right now. That being said, don't tell me you're not laughing because I hear it.
There's a great moment in the last podcast where you say, "I'm brown," and then you just cut out and you keep talking. Like you were in the middle of a sentence, Andy made a Mexican joke, and you went, "Ha ha, I'm brown," and then you just kept talking. And it was like just Discord cutting out perfectly. It was amazing.
Discord. Don't ever fix
It
any.
was the brown gods.
It was
I
really
was
cool.
smited.
Andy, you were gonna say something.
Andy.
I was gonna say, see, like, as much as it sucks that we don't like do it in person with each other, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's also fun because we get Discord fucks like that.
Yeah.
That's true, but it's also the fact of, well, obviously we don't live near each other, but the other factor is we need to invest in microphones, which
That's
you know,
true.
because we'd all want to have the same one. There's one episode 10 or something we did all together,
Well, yeah, we were all together. Yeah.
and that was just in my bedroom, and that it came out fine, but like we had
Yeah,
four,
see-
we had 4 microphones or 3 microphones between 6 people.
See, I was realizing we should have done like a huge podcast when we were at Lucas's house.
That's I
We
didn't even
should've.
think about that. Yeah, fuck.
I thought of it when
It's
we were
like-
there, but I was like, well, it's too
Yeah.
late now. I'm not going to go.
Well, the thing, my uncle was
shit.
over too, and everything. I didn't want to.
Oh yeah, that would have been great. Would have been like making awful jokes, and Lucas's mom would have been like, "Out of the house." She would have pulled off the slips,
out of
the
the house,
flip
out of the house.
flop, and
Yeah,
You're-
that's what she does.
You're saying that like we didn't already make awful jokes while we were there.
No, but we tried to be good.
well, no.
Yeah,
we did it on the TV, so you know we
That's
didn't
true.
say.
Yeah.
Because if you say it, it's 10 times worse
Yeah.
than writing it down.
I did not say $17.
If I said minion on a cross, I'm retarded. That would have been
Help! I'm retarded.
For context, we were playing not Quiplash, Jackbox
TKO.
TKO. Thank you. And I drew a minion on and someone put it, and the text caption was "Help! I'm retarded," and it won overall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it kept
the
winning.
the caption was mine because I kept making. See, this is gonna sound really bad, but I kept making Greta Thunberg quotes. And I'm not saying "help, I'm retarded" because she said it, but because I put like 10 of them down, and then I just went like "help, I'm retarded." You
What
know?
about when Chuck was just putting in 2-letter words?
Yeah.
God damn it! You put like 34 entries.
Yeah. Well, it said like do like the more the merrier. So he took that as, oh, I'm just gonna do as much as possible, because I don't know if he thought he was gonna get more points or something. He didn't really understand what was going on, so he just started putting. He went like Q W E R T Y, like he just like did every letter.
Yes. Then we're like, Chuck, what'd you put? He's like, I did he like 10 times.
That would be really funny though. It's just saturated with the one phrase.
a minion on a cross that says E.
that would have won more than the
what
other.
I did, like the last time, I think it was the last time with the Andy Eats Rats one, was I went around the room and I looked at Donnie and I said, Donnie's mullet, and then I looked at like
I don't have a mullet anymore for context.
but
Yeah.
but still your mullet is prolific. And,
I was talking about things we used to have.
and then
foreskin.
My eyebrows.
I was gonna say.
and then I looked at Darren and I said like, biking is dumb or something. And then I looked at Andy and I just typed
Shaved
Andy
biking legs.
Andy eats rats. I don't even know why that came out of my thumbs.
It's we
But were on a rat's roll.
Yeah,
We
but-
still are, dude.
We still
It's the
are.
year-
shit.
Year of the
rat.
rat. It's the year of the rat.
It's
No,
Year of
but
the Rat.
that wasn't like we had made like a few rats jokes with just like rats, we are the rats. But then I did the Andy eats rats thing, and then it exploded because that one was so good. Because somebody drew a rat. Wasn't it you, Andy?
No,
Andy
Yeah, it
and
was
I
me.
both drew rats.
It was my rat on the
Yeah.
shirt.
It was your little tiny rat.
That's when it
Yeah.
that round is when it exploded because a bunch of people drew rats, and I did Andy eats rats. We need to get that T-shirt.
I'm gonna buy it.
We gotta do it.
I should, except I just
God.
bought a bunch of stuff from IKEA, so
You eat
Gonna-
horse?
I'm gonna go light on this. I did. You can actually buy a bag of the meatballs and a bag of the jam.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
So
What, the lindenberry jam?
it's
The
just so
fucking
good.
sparkling raspberry drink there is pretty good.
Dude, that store is just amazing.
That's just, dude, that store, like, after I go there, I need a nap.
Well, see, that's the thing. There's food. Them having food halfway through is so smart.
Yeah, they're aware of how big this store is. It's not.
They're
Yeah.
aware of how obese America is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and by the time we got down to like the second section, my family and I started skipping parts where like we just gotta like we gotta get out.
I
Well,
don't know
if-
if I've told the story on the podcast before, but I went to an IKEA when I was in Arizona because I just needed shitty furniture for the 6 months I was there.
Excuse me?
I knew you were gonna say that, Andy.
What, Andy? What?
Shitty and IKEA are not in the same sentence.
Yes, they are. There's low-end IKEA stuff, there's mid-end, and then there's high-end.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So
All right.
I needed cheap furniture, and IKEA has cheaper furniture. So
Of course, yeah.
we went to an IKEA because I was like, well, I know they have cheap furniture, so let's go to an IKEA. My parents spent 20 minutes in IKEA. That's not a joke. They walked in and they were like, oh, this is really shitty. And I was like, I'm here for 6 months. I just need somewhere to sit. That's all I need.
Didn't your dad end up buying a couch at like a thrift store or some shit?
No, it wasn't. He bought like a brand new cruddy couch. But like, it was
Oh.
no...
brand new garbage couch, pre-stained.
No, it was like...
No,
I just,
continue.
like... It didn't have back cushions. It just had pillows.
Oh.
Which was odd, but you know, it was fine. Like it worked, but it was just so like we went into IKEA and like we could have spent a little bit more time and found exactly what we needed, but instead like I ended up having like just a weird modge podge of stuff, which was fine. Like I lived there fine. It was just funny because I was like, we had nothing, and I said, oh, let's go to IKEA because I know they have cheaper stuff, and I even like
And
looked
they have
online.
everything.
And I was like, oh, like this is the type of stuff that they have. But then we got there and my parents were like, this is really shitty quality. And I was like, okay. And then we left. And I was like, are you stupid? And then he ended up
Didn't
spending
even
more
get to
money
eat horse.
other places. I don't know. It made no sense to me. But so that's my only IKEA experience is my parents not understanding IKEA and then walking out angrily after 20 minutes. And I'm like, you didn't look at anything.
Yeah, see, so the way it worked for me is I kind of knew what I wanted before. Because, like, you know, you can do it on the site. So I found the product on the site, and then I went and checked it was in store, and it said where it was in the warehouse. So then I could just walk around and just screw off, and then be like, all right, I got to get my shit. Go to the warehouse, go to the aisle and stuff it said it was in, get it, and leave. Except finding the warehouse was tricky, I'm not going to lie.
It's at the very end of the store.
Yeah, they get you good.
I didn't realize how linear the store was gonna be until I went there. The first
Yeah.
time.
I was told it's a maze, and I was like, oh, they just put like the aisles, like, you know, instead of doing like the
it's
standard
smart.
thing where it's like two big aisles with like a bunch of smaller aisles off it or something. Instead, it's like just a path you just follow.
Yeah, there's just arrows on the
Or
ground.
you can look
Realize
through
that.
everything.
Yeah.
You go in everything. When I went, you see, you guys missed out because when I went, it was in the prime of when I was a child. So you get that child wonderment of going and seeing a bunch of big furniture.
Dude,
not
I was
understanding
still a
what things-
child going in there.
Dude,
But
I wasn't a man until I left that place.
It changes you.
Real shit.
But what is it? I remember when we went, there were these like little night light things, these light things that you like bought like the top of them, and they look like these little alien things with horns with these just like 3 dots on them to make like an eye and 2 eyes and a mouth and everything, and they would like glow back and forth, and it was great. And we got the meatballs and everything, and it was when my family was trying to just remodel some stuff. Like we didn't used to have the little table stuff that we have our TV on that we do now. We used to have some like big box thing that a TV would fit in and have like cabinets and everything. But it was a sense of wonder that I'm never going to feel again, and I have come to terms with that.
Until we make
child,
So that was your
IKEA 2.
sexual awakening.
yes, that was when I lost my virginity.
Boogachu.
The luggage for Rumbadlum.
We're gonna make. This is our new business plan. It's the Oi branded IKEA. It's IKEA 2. Return of the Meatball.
Everything's just got us
Wait.
on it.
Oh no, see Max, I was gonna make a stupid joke and say like IKEA 2 electric cardboard desk.
Sit stand cardboard desk.
Yeah, dude.
Electric sit stand cardboard deskaloo.
I found out my desk at work is sit
You
stand,
didn't know?
but it's kind of a problem because the desk next to it isn't, because my desks are like an L shape.
Mhm.
Half my stuff is on one, half is on the other. Only one is sit stand. And so
That's pretty.
I see the
funny.
button on the outside, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "That's kind of cool." And I hit it a little bit, and it went up, and I was like, "Oh no!" Because before they were perfectly level, and my keyboard goes across the two, and I was like, "Oh no!" And so then I'm like sitting there for like 5 minutes, tapping the button as fast as I can and stuff, and then like testing the keyboard to make sure it's flat. And I finally got it level, and I'm like, "All right, I can't touch that button again."
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for that, because it's you seeing the button going, "Ooh, what does this do?" And you press it and you go, "Oh no!"
Well, see, I totally knew what it did, but at the same time, I don't know why I was like,
Well, you assumed
"Oh, it's
both
stand
of them
cool."
would
Let me hit the
move.
button. I hit the button, and I was like, "Why did I hit the button?"
Why did
I think I was also kind of curious to know if the other part of my desk was also sit stand.
It was just
It
a
wasn't.
visible cross beam and motor.
Well, maybe it is, but there's a separate controller, so you need to make sure that they're set exactly the same.
And you can't
I gotta,
touch
like-
them both at the
I
same
gotta,
time.
I gotta time them at the same time.
So, so I'm going through topics and stuff, and this is a story that
Well,
I have.
I want to really quickly tell
Oh.
that stupid TikTok one, because I think it'll be.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny and it's super quick, but I couldn't find it anywhere to send it to you guys, so I wanted to describe it to you. So it's a teenage girl in her bedroom.
So every TikTok.
Oh,
Yes.
I know the one. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just setting the scene, okay? And she has a phone in her hand, and she pretends to take a picture of her rump and then like down her shirt. And the song that's playing is "This Time Baby, I'll Be Bulletproof." And the caption to the TikTok that's like right on screen says "Sending pics to the weird kid in my class." So I sat there watching it and I go, "This isn't what I don't get it." I wanted to get the joke so bad. And I was like, "What does this song have to do? Like, you'll be you'll be bulletproof."
Oh no!
Yeah.
No,
It took me such a long time to get, but as soon as I
that's
got it, I
terrible.
was like, "That's horribly amazing."
That's so fun. That's good, actually.
That's good. I
Anyway,
like that.
wanted to describe that to you because I got a kick
Oh.
out of it.
I was so the story I had, it just the thing I put is understanding my dad. This comes from a family friend of ours. He was telling me, he was like, "You guys know my dad's a little weird."
Eat the peas, Alex, or eat your potato salad.
Potato salad, Alex. My dad harassed Alex one time to eat potato salad. That's the story.
He said I
Um,
look like Beavis from Beavis and or Butthead, whatever.
Yeah,
He said that too.
because you got a tall head.
I got a tall
Not in a
head.
bad way.
I know.
You're a handsome fella.
I did America. I know.
But anyway, so my dad's friend is like telling me, he's like, "You know when I first like really understood your dad And I was like, no, Ed, I don't. And he goes, so one time, it was the first time actually, he took me up to your cabin, up on the Canadian border. He took me up to camp, and where we got there late the night before, set everything up, like got the wood stove going, and then went to bed. And then the next morning, and I wake up, and he's starting to cook breakfast on the stove, and I'm sitting there, and he's got the pan out, and then I look, and there's just these strings hanging down from the ceiling, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then your dad turns on the stove, and then he puts the pan on top, and then he ties the string puts the loop of the string around the handle of the pan. And I look at him, I go, what is going on, Kevin? And he goes, it's level now. And then he realized my dad got so annoyed with how the stove in like my cabin is uneven that so the pans are level. He has these strings hanging from the ceiling for each burner, so that way you hook it onto the pan, and that way it's level.
That is the stupidest thing.
And they're perfectly measured.
But see, Donnie,
That's so
But
much effort.
Yeah, but you know my dad, and you know
yeah.
to do it.
but see, that's the thing. The thing that doesn't make sense is if you lift it, it's not going to make full. Like if you lift it up, it's not going to make full contact with the burner, though, right?
It's Andy.
That doesn't
you've
matter.
Met my dad.
That doesn't matter.
You've
That was
met
the
my
solution
dad.
his brain came up with. Not level the stove. It was, I need these pots to be level. So he leveled the pot.
And that's when my dad's friend finally understood my dad.
That is amazing.
Holy shit.
That's the most
And I was like-
convoluted solution to that problem.
And I was just like, yeah,
wow.
that's my dad.
Holy shit.
It's one of those things like you would never think of doing that in a million years.
No way.
That's just a my dad thing.
Yeah. Only he would come up with that solution to that problem.
And he just said, yeah, that was the time I realized I finally understood how your dad operates.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
I just got a Snapchat from our friend Ryan, and it was just a video of him zooming in on my thing on Spotify under his recently played. And I was like, hell yeah. People are actually
Good.
listening
People,
to it.
he still exists?
He still exists. I ever tell you about the time he randomly called me?
Is this like the times that Logan would randomly call you, but not actually?
I still don't know what the hell's about that.
Yeah, that.
Oh, dude. I haven't thought about that in a while. Our friend Logan, I think I have his number right in my phone, but I would just get random phone calls from him at all hours of the day, but very infrequently. And it just made no sense to me, and I never answered them because they were always at such odd times. I would just wake up to a notification that said like missed call from Logan, or like I was like at Roberto Venn, and I just get something that's like, you missed a call from Logan. I was like, why is he calling me? This makes no sense. Anyway, I was at home one night. I think this was last summer, and I'm sitting in like the living room with my mom. All of a sudden, I got a phone call from a blocked number, and I was like, all right, here we go. I don't know what this is going to be, but I'll probably kind of fuck with him a little bit, you know? So I answer it. Whatever. I'm in the mood where I wasn't like just fuck you and hung up. So I said hello, and then I hear a voice that I recognize that I couldn't quite place at first. And he just goes, "Is this Max Belkin?" I go, "Yeah." "Who's this?" And he goes, "Who do you think it is?" And then I hear giggling in the background. And I go, "It's Ryan." And he's like, "God damn it, how did you know?" I was like,
Gosh, Mom.
I was like, I know what you sound like, and also I can hear like your little toady like giggling in the background, and like there's only a few people that could have been. So it was like, I forget his name now because it's been so long. But yeah, he just randomly called me one day, which is great.
I haven't
correct.
I probably haven't interacted with him since like sophomore year of high school.
Yeah. Honestly,
at
like
the latest.
me neither, really. Like, that's the last time I had a class with him. But we're still friendly.
I don't think I ever had class with him in high school.
I'm still friendly with him.
Yeah, like I wouldn't like be like I'm not like fuck that guy. I just haven't talked about his existence.
He's a goofball in high school, and he got everything like picked up, and he's honestly a really good guy now, and everything. He's a decent human being.
Yeah, he's
It's
great.
good.
It was
still
just-
He was really obnoxious for a while.
still texts me every once in a while, and it's good. Ryan, if you're listening, I don't know how you'd be able to find this. Hey, hello, other Madison. 'Cause there are only like 3 good guys and kids, and I'm one of them. Madison is a shit show.
I think I talked to him in like 7th grade, I think, and that was it.
He's
'Cause he used to-
he's a funny guy.
He's
Yeah,
very
I had
he is
lots of good
the
moments
like
with
the
him.
embodiment of slapstick comedy.
Yeah, he was great. But yeah, he just Snapchatted me. The caption was just a legend, I think. And I was like, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Come on my face, brother.
Come on my face, brother.
Oh, there was another post. Sorry.
Speaking of cum,
Speaking of cum on my face. No.
Speaking of cum, Hogan.
I'm in a Facebook group, and a post from Garfield is hot and I want to drink his cum got shared into it.
Yeah.
So it
which
is
was
speaking
great.
of cum, okay.
I think did I send it to Oi, or did I save it for a rainy
Then
day?
I got a
think you
Garfield
saved it.
sweatshirt for everyone on the podcast who doesn't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
I was at H&M and I saw a Garfield sweatshirt and I said,
Oh, you actually
Yeah.
bought that one.
yeah, I
Wow.
bought it.
I thought that was just like whenever we go to a store and we see something funny, and we just, and then we leave the store and then get a reply that says, "Buy that for me," and we're like, "Oh, we already left."
Yeah.
Like when I went to Maine that one time, I got the Manian shirt. I'm really proud of that.
For
I
that.
still have the magnet somewhere. I think it's on my fridge back home.
I still don't talk to you because of that, Lucas.
Oh. We're having a conversation. Checkmate, facts and logic.
Donnie, you have Minion headphones, so
Yeah, complete in box.
Yeah.
mint condition.
The
Dude,
price
they
tag is still there.
Was that a Secret Santa gift?
Yeah.
That's what. Okay, I was telling Emma the story, of our Secret Santa in band, and I couldn't for the life of you, not me, not my life, but your life. I'll risk yours.
On my life.
I couldn't remember what I got you senior year.
I think it was those.
I think it was the Minion.
Yeah.
It was the
Because it
Minion
was
headphones.
just a matter of, like, we just told T-Dave, we're like, yeah, Max has me for Secret Santa.
Yeah, well, let's tell the story very briefly. So, Donnie cut off the tip of his finger freshman year.
I did.
That's a
I
story.
was fingering a girl in the movie Teeth Happened.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that happened, and he was gone from school, and then I went to band, and people were like, "Dude, Donnie had to like go to the hospital," and I'm like, "What? Oh my god!"
Yeah.
So I was freaking out a little bit. Anyway, and then we have a band, Secret Santa, in the concert band at our high school, and I happened to get Donnie, and I said, "This is great because it's someone I know, so I can actually get them something that'll be funny rather than like, oh, here's some like Christmas candy, like blah blah blah."
Here's
You
a
know.
friggin' picture of my dog's ass.
I could get them something funny. So, just happened to get one of my closest friends in band, which was great. And then the next year comes around. Oh, and well, I mean, tell the rest of that story. I got him an alignment tool that you use to
To not
align,
cut off your fingers.
to not use your finger. And I put his name on one side and I put finger saver on the other. And Donnie didn't talk to me for 2 weeks.
No, that's not true. I thought it was funny.
No.
I still have it.
Yeah, you
It's still in
you
my
thought it
room,
was funny,
buddy.
but you were angry at me, and then you go home, and then your
My stepdad thought it was
your
funny.
stepdad thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I just happened to get Donnie again, and I said, "This is hilarious. No way this happened."
Yeah.
And
that
this was
fucking
the year people were obsessed with beesing.
My god!
Which was putting Burt's Bees chapstick, the peppermint kind, was it?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah. The peppermint
Because
kind.
peppermint irritates your eyes.
Yeah, so people would put it on their eyelids and then their eyes would water.
I remember Marley and I did it once during warm-ups in drumline. We looking at each other, we start like crying, and Dave's like looking at us like, "What are you two idiots doing?" And we're just like, "This fucking hurts."
Because it makes you look high, but it also just hurts.
We did
Well,
like
and
once.
we were in the auditorium, so it had like the really cold, like air conditioned air, and like cold on peppermint, like it just made it so much worse.
It was a very weird trend that was going around. Mostly, I feel like with the track team, right?
It was the cross-country team.
Cross country,
cross country team.
Goon Squad.
I remember Lincoln doing that a lot.
So beesing was a thing. So Donnie was obsessed with it. So I got him a bunch of Burt's Bees that year, along with something else that I won't mention.
It said the N-word and the F-word.
I wasn't gonna mention
it.
Yeah.
Do you still have that?
Yeah.
Good.
The other F word, by the way, for clarification, not fuck.
So, well, it's a reference to a Derek comedy video entitled "Spelling Bee." You can look it up if you want.
Yeah, you'll get the reference. It's a JoJo reference.
And
punt you in orbit, you stupid mutt.
So then, junior year, I just went to the band director and I said, I had Donnie the last 2 years. I'm pulling his name out of the hat. I'm just going to get him a third year because it'll be funny.
I think that was the year I started like taking over Secret Santa and I like ran it.
No, that was just senior year. Because
Was it? Okay.
Junior year, it was Emily was doing
That's
it.
right.
So I just went to Emily and I said, just take Donnie's name out of it. I'm going to have him a third year in a row. And then the next year, you ran the Secret Santa and you just gave me your name.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
Well, I just took it. I just didn't put it in the hat.
Yeah, exactly. You just didn't put it in there. Like, you get me. I was like, all right, cool.
I mean, I was pretty chill that year. I would definitely take, like, if people were like, hey, I want this specific person, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. And then that was also the year Cam got me the Shags on vinyl.
On vinyl, yeah.
And
it was wrapped like a piece of dog ass.
Yeah, it was in a giant cardboard box.
Like 4 layers of duct tape.
It was in a giant cardboard box that was wrapped in duct tape. So already that was hard to get through. And then it was in another box that was wrapped in tape. And then it itself was wrapped in newspaper and a whole lot of tape. So it took forever to get to. And like it's a vinyl record, so it's like very thin, but it was in a huge box.
Yeah.
It was great. I still have that. I'm looking forward to when I move off campus so I can kind of
actually have her
put more stuff on my walls, and I'm gonna put up that among some others.
Yeah, I have a huge shelf right now. It's this cabinet next to my desk. All it has on it is knickknacks and stuff, like personal things.
Dude, Max, that's the type of thing, like, if you worked, like, in an office like Andy and I, that you just put up at your desk.
See, so this guy, so I gotta tell a story from work, but this guy, a couple cubicles away, I don't know, our cubicles are set up so it's like a kind of like a larger thing with 4 people per cubicle. If that makes sense.
That's how I used to have it,
So
yeah.
they're pods.
Yeah, they're pods. And then I'm in one of the ones on the wall. And then in the one in the center is a head for one of the projects I'm working on, whose name is John. The guy who's just directly behind him, who's the head of the other project I'm working on, is named John. So there's 2 Johns sitting next to each other. So the one John for the other project, so the John closest to me, his desk is like empty. He's worked there for like a couple years now, but he has no personal stuff on his desk. And everyone's like, why is there nothing on your desk? He's like, well, you see, here's the thing. My last job, I had this huge office, like super nice office next to a window. And I was finally like, I'm going to bring some pictures. I'm going to make this place myself. I brought a bunch of stuff in. I put up my pictures. He's like, I shit you not. A week later, I got laid off. And he's like, so nowadays, he's like, I don't trust companies anymore. So at this point, I just kind of, my stuff's empty, just in case, The second I bring something in, he's like, the second I bring something in, I'm going to get fired. So I'm not doing it.
So he doesn't tell you anything about his personal life either.
Yeah, no. So anyway, so So we're the other day, one of the guys in our office, his name is Manny. Like super funny guy. He's just like this Spanish guy. And
Is it Manny Machado?
Is it Manny Ramirez?
But so we're sitting there. So this room we're in is kind of small. There's only 13 seats.
Dude.
So
13.
there's like 3 pod things, kind of like a triangular shape. And the woman who sits next to me, whenever she comes in every morning, she turns the lights on. Well, when she's not there, sometimes we'll just turn the lights off. And we have this RGB LED strip like on the wall that just changes colors and stuff. And so she leaves one day and she's like, all right, guys, I'm taking off for the day. We're like, all right. She takes off. One of the Jones gets up, turns the lights off, and turns, and he goes, hey, Manny, she's gone. Let's get the drugs out. Like in the middle of the office. We're sitting here, someone walks in, and he's like, someone walks in, they're like, why is it so dark in here? And John goes, oh, Manny's doing drugs in the corner.
I was walking into the like package design lab in my office the other day because like right next to where I work is like where we like 3D print like test molds and stuff for bottles, which is pretty cool. It's really annoying because I have to hear it go all the time. But I was walking past a group of people and I just hear cocaine, drugs, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here, guys? And they're like, yeah, we don't know either.
I love it.
It's so stupid.
Anyways, before we go, because I know we have to soon. So you guys know what an anechoic chamber is, right?
Yeah.
It's like the super like quiet room, right?
Yeah, like the rooms that
yeah. I
the
don't know
goal
the
is
name,
for
but
the
yes.
outside of it, like the walls, to absorb as much sound as possible.
Yes.
And of course,
Imagine farting in there.
Yes.
But
You'll
So, of
hear
course,
it. You'll hear your anus open before you hear the fart. That's how quiet the room
that's
is.
the crazy thing. So I got to go in one my first day at Bose, the one we have at the building I'm working in.
Do you have one at the building you're working in?
Yeah, we have a ton of cool stuff
Holy shit,
there.
that's
but
awesome.
so I got to go in it. My boss shut the door, and it was the most uncomfortable thing.
That's what so many people say. Yeah.
Like, imagine, I don't know how to say it. So, like, if I were to, like, so if we're in a room and I'm talking to you, you can tell where I'm talking to you from because my voice, like, bounces off the walls and hits your ears in a certain way and stuff, right?
Yeah. That's how
Well, in
binaural
this-
audio works.
Yeah, and this, my boss was talking, and it just sounded like it was coming from inside my head.
Well,
Oh,
also
God.
if he turns around,
Yeah, and if you
You
turn,
won't hear
face
him.
the wall, and start talking, you can't hear him.
yeah, because there's no reflection. That's I want to come.
It is the most uncomfortable thing ever.
just sound kind of existing, like a,
Yeah.
like a shitty like game or song where the mixing
But-
isn't done right. It's just from
But
a general.
there's a bunch of cool rooms. Like there's this one room they call the torture room.
Elaborate.
No. So they put speakers in here, and they just play tones on them. They play like pink noise, the brown note. They play a bunch of different like tones and stuff on the speakers at
They
varying
play
volume
Imagine
levels.
Dragons.
Yeah. For years and years.
That was such a delayed reaction. I'm so sorry, but that was so fucking funny.
Yeah, that
but
was
I
good.
sat here going, "What the fuck?" Oh,
You were thinking,
Yeah.
oh, I fucking love Imagine Dragons. Wait, no, I don't.
Hold on a second.
sorry. Continue.
But yeah, it's basically a room just full of speakers, like playing like the loudest like noises they can, just to make sure the speakers work. And speakers will be in there sometimes for like 7 years at a time, I was told.
Really?
And you can actually
there's-
there's a video
there's
on
many
YouTube I can
different
show you.
Speakers
Oh, yeah,
in
it's like-
there at
Yeah,
once.
they have anything from their Bluetooth speakers all the way up to their like professional PA
So it's like
system.
it's a fatigue test.
Yeah, it's a fatigue room.
Yeah.
It's like an airlock. So you go there's a hallway and then you go into like the airlock room where you have to put on like huge headphones, like what you wear shooting. And in the hallway, as you're walking, you can feel it. Like you can feel the room shaking.
That's pretty awesome.
And they're like, if you're in this room, no matter what you do not take these headphones off or you will go deaf.
I
Like,
wonder what the decibel
they're-
reading is in that room.
I am not
Take
sure.
the decibel meter out on your phone.
I'm trying to find it. But no, there's a bunch of cool rooms. Like they have a bunch of like living room sets where there is like it's just a living room with like TV and couch and like a full setup where they just have like a binaural headphone or like microphone in the middle, and then they just set up speakers and listen to them. And then there's like an opposite of an anechoic chamber room that I got to go in. That was where
I'm pretty sure that's the room you just described, Andy.
No, like
but
a reflection
no, I
chamber.
know what he
point of
means.
it
I'm
is
making
to
jokes.
echo,
Yeah.
but the shape of it makes it so it's for testing like the airline headphones they have, like the noise canceling ones.
Mhm.
And on the wall they have the frequency, like the wave size of, I forgot what hertz. I think it's like 20 hertz or something like that on the wall. So if they play a 20 hertz noise and you stand directly in the center of the room, you can't hear it. But if you move anywhere else, you can hear it. And it's the weirdest, like,
It's like
acoustic
how a T-Rex
phenomena.
can't see
it's
you.
the most bizarre sound ever.
They're dead.
Man, I want to come here now. Can you get me in?
Maybe
Give me a
there
tour.
there are visitors.
Do you have badge? I'm assuming you have like a badge, and you.
Yeah, I have a badge. I got to swipe in and stuff.
Do you have a cool picture on your badge?
Yeah, of me.
Nice.
No, but security.
Sonic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
idiot.
dude, it's Sonichu.
Andrew the Hedgehog.
But
Everyone
no,
back home, look up your name and the Hedgehog and tweet your results on Twitter.com. Don't tag us, just do it.
but
Continue.
no. Last night before I left, one of the guy, it was me and like another guy in the room, one of my bosses, and security walked in, and security was like just looking around everyone's desk, taking pictures and stuff, and we're like, "What's going on here?" And security's like, "Oh, we're checking to see if there's any prototypes out on your desk," and we're like, what do you mean?" And they're like, "Well, we allow visitors and stuff, and you never know if someone will see these prototypes." And we're like, okay. And we're like, "This room's locked." They're like, "Doesn't matter." We're like, "Oh my fucking lord." So now we're all making jokes like, whenever you work on anything, you have to have it in your desk. Like cables hanging in your desk and stuff.
Well, if you can get me in for a tour, that'd be dope. Just say I'm an MP&E major at Berklee College of Music with an acoustics minor, and I want to check out their stuff.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
You've only been
I'm
there
not
for
sure
a few
if
weeks,
you have to be
but-
a business partner or something, or
Okay, well, I know a guy.
But yeah, because the other day, oh yeah, you do. Yeah, the other day at lunch, like we got a brand new, like second edition of like one of our products that's like not released yet, and one of my bosses is like handing it around to everyone at the table. We're all trying it on, like, "Oh, this is cool, you know." And then someone walks up, he's like, "Put that away right now." We're like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
There's people coming.
"That," and he's like, "That's not like, you can't have that out because no one actually knows that's here yet." And we're like, and he's like, "Oh, I apologize. Put this in my pocket."
That's pretty awesome. That's
Good.
cool. It's kind of funny how they have to be so secretive about things.
Yeah,
But it makes total
it's
sense.
weird. Yeah, no, it totally does. But yeah, we're like, why does it matter? We're all Bose employees, and they're like, "Oh no, but there's like external people that come
Ah,
here
right.
and stuff." And
Yeah,
we're like,
because you
"Oh."
got like external suppliers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know who's gonna be walking.
And I
by.
guess sometimes there's secrets between divisions too. You know,
Yep.
like the health division doesn't know what the open ear division's doing, which is what I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
That's how it's like with me in laundry packaging
Yeah.
and like the beauty care packaging. Like they don't talk much, which is sad. But yeah,
go check our Instagram to see all of our Sonic OCs.
also, make sure to check out my YouTube channel to check out my cool Minecraft Let's Play.
Yes, do that.
bro, check out my Minecraft server.
And,
Don't give them the IP.
If you join, I'll ban you.
and stream the Lost Slurpee on Spotify while you sleep. Don't actually listen to it though. Don't put yourself through that.
No, listen to Paul Newman and the Demons. It's, you know,
Just because it's Chad Smith drumming. I mean Andy
dude,
Belial
Chad
drumming.
Smith is totally drumming. Come on.
Big companies are weird.
Yeah, man.
Are weird.
If anybody ever starts a company, keep it to a minimum of 14 people. And once it gets more than that, then you
So-
get a bunch of more problems.
Everything
So we can have enough people for Oi and all of our husbands and or wives.
But it's
Everything-
okay because I got unlimited fun. I got unlimited fountain drinks, so it's fine.
Everything I've been working for is just some small company in boiling grassroots stuff too. So I wouldn't.
It's okay, Lucas. You can take my place someday.
You'll be cool one day. Don't worry.
No, I'm saying like you
I
can
know.
just walk into work and pretend to be me.
Yeah. It's fine.
Right.
I've unfolded a box. It's basically doing the opposite.
Yeah.
I know how to open my Amazon packages, so I'm basically like a packaging major in reverse.
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna actually fucking murder you.